which is a protected area. Actually, there is a very beautiful place. This color is the river that is flowing out of the waterfalls. So we have to walk through the side of the river to reach the Meenmutty waterfalls. Let us continue. Here we can see the river coming slowly, beautifully and transparent through the street. Here is a small, we cannot say waterfall, it is just a fall. Water also falls through it. We can say, jokes apart, it is a very nice place to see, and we have to cross this to reach the actual Meenmutty falls. The place around is quite scenic and beautiful. As you can see here, there is a walkable path right now. When I traveled through this some years ago, there was nothing, only a worn out walking muddy path, and that too most of the time it is wet with a lot of animals and things like that. Right now it is a little improved, and you can see the forest, vast forest, and the chirping of crickets. Here you can see the Kalar river as well as the sound of the river flowing, and it is a very closely guarded forest. It is very nice to see. You can see all sorts of trees, teaks, rosewood, even other very exotic trees like what we have for furniture, mahogany and sandalwood and things like that flow here, and they just come like natural. This is again the path, on the pathway to Meenmutty waterfalls. You can see very nice plants, soaring trees, a lone rock, black rock, which may be ancient relics of unknown times. So you can see beautiful trees and beautiful nature. You can see a natural rock formation, a relic of the ancient old times, and a peak of what we can see in the Meenmutty waterfalls. Just enjoy the unspoiled nature at its best. Here we are still trekking. We are having a long walk. It is some 2-3 kilometers from here. Here you can see the Marutha. The scientific name is Terminalia paniculata, something like that. It is a mouthful, so I will prefer to call it Marutha only. It is a very beautiful tree. As you can see, it is very tall. See, as we continue through the dense forest, we can see the Kalar river flowing naturally, beautifully, with a music of its own. It is so relaxing and so beautiful. I am really enjoying it. You can see a few chicken, the local variety, enjoying their sojourn. Here we can see the river Kalar again, which is flowing so naturally, so peacefully. The crystal clear waters, very difficult to see these days of pollution. It is unblemished and unpolluted. The natural view. When I visited this place a few decades ago, I have heard the roaring of tigers, but right now we have to make do with this. But anyway, not a bad one. See a lot of natural tree. Here we can continuously see the forest, its many trees, unnumbered, infinite beauty. The crystal clear water is flowing. It is so beautiful. I really enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it too. Give it a thumb. See the beautiful river. Another view. No words required for the natural look. Here we have a close-up of the river. It is so crystal clear. This rock formations, numerous gravel. Here we have more closer. We look at the river. is flowing so naturally through the rocks. The rocks formation has formed over millions, maybe billions of years, and it has formed various shapes in the rock. When heavy water flow comes during rains, it will flow at heavy force, marking the various marks in the rock, and it forms various shapes. Maybe many people find animals, formations and other shapes in this rock. Here we have some water which is trapped, and the numerous shapes. The water is so nice, so beautiful, you can even drink it. So beautiful and so clear. Now the climb has become a little steeper, the roads have stopped, so we have to walk through the forest path, which is a bit like this. You can see it is tough to climb, but it is very natural. The atmosphere is full of fresh oxygen, so you don't feel any tired. Though I may be sounding a little panting, that is only because of the exertion. Otherwise, I am quite at home. I hope you will also enjoy if you come here. Spend some time. Here we can listen to the various forest birds twittering, chirping, making their own natural sounds. Here you can listen to the nice bird songs a little above the river. The natural bamboo forest here, with the sound, background sound given by the naturally flowing river. The roads are a little steep, but thank God there is no rains, so it's not slippery. I can comfortably walk. As you can see, peak at the river. We are approaching the Meenmutty waterfalls, so the sound is becoming a little louder. As you can see, the water is also a little faster, so we will see it. So please watch till the end to see that waterfalls. It is so beautiful. Here we have a warning from the forest department that this is very dangerous, so be very careful. So thank God there are a lot of support on the way. Foresters who are familiar with this forest, who are natural citizens, so they know the in and out of it, so they are here to help us. So anybody wanting to make a try can boldly come here. So it is safe, at the same time fully natural trekking through the forest. Here you can see numerous trees, the names of which can be said only by an expert botanist. Right now I am not that, so I am just going through it. The climb is more steep again. The steps are made by roots of the trees, and it is really enjoying experience. You can see the chirping of crickets and the nice beautiful rides. We are on the way to the continuation towards the Meenmutty waterfalls. The climb is still steeper, it is still tougher, but I am enjoying it all the same. Here you can see the nice aroma from the forest trees, its flowers, the natural sounds, and you must really congratulate the authorities for giving it such a nice treatment, so that even those who are not at the peak of their health also can safely visit and enjoy. Here we are standing by the foothills of this Western Ghats. These trees are home to 1,000 or maybe more medicinal plants. I have seen one curious beautiful plant here. I don't know what's the name of it, but it looks so cute. Much better than what we get them from the nurseries. Here we are still not traversed the bamboo forest. So along with that you can see majestic, large, tall trees which may be thousands of years old. God knows what they are. But they look so majestic and so beautiful. We should all enjoy this one day. So I have just crossed a very steep down in the trek, which I have managed to pass successfully with not much difficulty. Anybody with a normal health and even little bit difficulty also can easily traverse these places. This looks so nice. This is a natural rock formation. My friend from the local place say that in maybe a few decades ago this was home to some leopards, tigers, like that. This is actually a cave kind of formation. It is so awesomely beautiful, so natural. Here you can see it only in this place, such beautiful sights. So come and enjoy. Here you can see the natural root formations of trees. They are so large. It is difficult to believe that they are actually the root of a tree going in such zigzag formation. Looks almost like a snake. Talking of snakes, I have seen many snakes in the rivers when I came here some 15-20 years ago, but maybe if we're lucky we will see some on the way. Here we have a more close look at the rocks. The river is flowing so naturally. It is falling directly from the waterfalls, so it is gushing along its natural path formed by the force of the water. The path, even though a bit topsy-turvy and zigzag kind of a thing, it is still comfortable to walk. When we came here earlier, there was no such path. So what we used to do is, we just followed through the side of the river, so we will reach the waterfalls. Now because of this path, we don't have that difficulty. Here we can see the river flowing so nicely with all its fury and beauty. We are getting closer to the waterfalls with each steps. Even though it may be only a few 100 meters from here, it will look as if we are walking through ages. That is because of the forest surroundings. It is one of the few unspoiled, unhindered sports of nature which you can see in our time. Here we can see the natural formation of rocks which were pushed and pulled here during heavy floods of eons, millions of billions of years ago. All this happened and this was formed into this shape what we see today. Local legend has it that the Pandavas and the Sri Ram came through this place during his Vanavas, and a few kilometers up from here we have the Sita Kulam, meaning pond of Sita. I will make a separate video while going there. Right now we will see the waterfalls, and here we have the natural rocks. The roar of the waterfall now we can hear directly, so we are approaching that with each step. Here again a natural rock formation which looks like a cave where animals, leopards, tigers, etc. may have made their home ages ago. But right now, because of the traffic of human being, I don't think we can spot any here. But they are here, definitely, not far away from here. They are here. Here we can see a gorgeous little animal here. It is called the thousand-legged worm. It is taking some rest. Here we have another rock formation which is a cave actually, where ancient man from immemorial times might have made it his home. All those marks are still left here, fire marks, etc. Here we can take a little peek at it, though it is kept out of bounds for travelers. Here we can see a forest palm, natural, with its leaves, stems, etc. So beautiful and so natural. I really enjoy. You can also enjoy. Here we can see the river in all its splendor, fury, flowing so naturally. We have to cross the river, so the authorities have provided a rope which is more convenient now. Earlier we had to swim through, so that difficulty is out now. You have to cross this water is so crystal clear, and you can see it gushing. In the forest in its entire beauty. Here we had to do this crossing of river, which is the main enjoyment of this part. It is a bit risky, so that increases the enjoyment of it. Many youngsters advised me to be very, very careful, so I was careful, and fortunately I made it through. Then only we can go to the waterfalls. So those who are very afraid or this thing, they can come up to this stage and enjoy, and who are a little more okay with this kind of things can come across. Here they have provided this rope for support, so people can safely travel, trek through this curious, amazing, yet so wonderful trip. So here we are on the other side of the river, from where we can safely pass on to the waterfalls. So I am catching my hand with one hand. I am moving through the forest. Here you can see many interesting plants. Here we are continuing our journey towards the waterfall. The waterfall is quite close by, as you can hear from the sound. So I have made this part 3 because I had to cross the river, so it took some time. I thought we also should take a break, so I have taken a break and again continuing my journey through this dense forest. Frightening, yes, but beautiful, so unique and amazing. It is so gorgeous. So here again we can see some other medicinal plants. Yes, they have such a nice aroma. In India, the ancient sage called Agastya Muni was said to have been living in this place, and he has invented many medicinal plants and which put forth the basis of Ayurveda medicine treatment. So they all came from this dense forest only, which we must congratulate the authorities for having preserved in such a nice manner. Not much change has happened except making this path a little more convenient for trekkers. Otherwise all the trees and plants are left untouched. Yeah, here we can see the beauty of the beautiful, frightening, it's so tall, majestic waterfall. So we will go there and see firsthand. On the way you can see nice forest, rock formations. Here we have a board indicating that it is dangerous, so you be careful. Thanks to the authorities for the warning. So we are taking all this warning seriously. So we can hear the roar of the beautiful waterfalls. Here I will take you to the first hand view of the waterfall, which is gushing from several feet high and falling so freely and beautifully. See, the waterfall is so nice. It is falling into a thin line. From the top it is divided in a wide river, and it falls from one level land to another land, and finally it is dropping in a narrow gush into the below. There is a pond below, we can go and have a look at it. Here there is a view from the sky up, from where the waterfall is falling, and it is getting into a smaller gush and falling into making a large pond. Here authorities have tied up so that people don't get into danger. So this is one more look at the waterfall. So majestic and so beautiful. I really enjoy. I hope you enjoy it too. Please make a like and comment and subscribe to our channel so that we can continue supporting with such beautiful nature and visits which you can enjoy at the comfort of your home.